Hey, happy Friday to you. It is March 25th and time for this week's Friday Funnies, coming to you live from my hotel room, where you will notice my shirt matches the drapes. Huh? How cool is that? Well, it's been 2 weeks since my last report because I have been globe-trotting, or more precisely, country-trotting. I spent St. Patrick's Day in Miami Beach, Florida, where the people are so old that many of them knew St. Patrick. Then I got to spend the first day of spring in Washington, D.C., where the smell of fertilizer hearkened the renewal of a new season. Either that or it was the scent of BS coming off of Capitol Hill. Today I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where the sun is shining and the grits are in full bloom, in contrast to the upper Midwest and the East Coast, where they're celebrating spring by cranking up their snowblowers to clear yet another foot of snow. The common factor across the country this week, however, is that we have still had nutty people doing nutty things. So here are the best of this week's Wackos. In Scranton, Pennsylvania, Karen McAleunis was in a car crash, and when police arrived, they discovered that she had 3 bags of heroin in her jacket pocket. So they took her to jail, where she told them that she had more heroin packets hidden inside of her lady parts. So they called in a doctor to do a cavity search, and he found 54 more bags of heroin, some prescription pills, and $51.22. This woman really needs to get a purse. Anyhow, she had no excuse for the drugs, but she told the doctor that the 22 cents was probably in there because she was going through her change. Meanwhile, in Lake County, California, Earl Lee Vogt was sentenced to jail on a narcotics conviction. When he checked in, he had a cell phone, an MP3 player, headphones, marijuana, tobacco, and $140 in cash hidden up his butt. Now, I'm not even too crazy about getting a prostate exam, but this guy had more stuff stuck up his ass than I carry in my briefcase. I just want to know 2 things. Number 1, would you really want to use headphones that had been hidden in your rectum? And number 2, what cell phone service was he using? Because they must have really good coverage. We've got 3 stupid crooks for you this week. First off, in Dallas, Texas, Nathan Wayne Pugh went into a Wells Fargo bank intent on robbing it. So he walked up to the teller and said, and demanded money. Well, the teller said before she could give him any money, he had to show her 2 forms of ID. And he did. And then she gave him $800, called the police. This guy was arrested with the money in his hand before he ever left the bank. In Dayton, Ohio, a man robbed a branch of Key Bank and made his getaway on a city bus. Well, several eyewitnesses saw him get on the bus. They called the police. The police just followed the bus until it got to the man's stop, where they arrested him with the cash still in his pocket. Now, I hope both of these crooks learned a lesson. If you're going to rob a bank, you can avoid getting caught with the money by taking the extra time to shove it up your butt. In Monticello, New York, Keith Gruber appeared in court on a drunk driving charge. Now, he was an hour and a half late, and he walked into the courtroom with an open can of beer in his hand. Now, the judge immediately revoked his bail and sent him back to jail, where it was discovered that he had 4 more cans of beer inside a paper bag. Why? Where did you think they were? Finally, when Marshmallow Forks are outlawed, only outlaws will have Marshmallow Forks. In Elyria, Ohio, a 42-year-old woman knocked on her neighbor's door after complaining about the noise coming out of his house. When he answered the door, the woman stabbed him in the chest with a marshmallow fork, while screaming at him, "You want some more of this? Huh? You want some more?" Well, police were called, and they discovered that in addition to the fork, she was also carrying graham crackers and a chocolate bar. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Next week, we will be back in our Friday Funnies studio for our big April 1st, April Fool's Day edition, so don't miss that. In the meantime, please pass these along to all of your friends and have a wonderful weekend.